To make a model of how to subtract 627 from the number 2000, first I show the students how to draw 2000 as long rectangles. That's a representation. Each rectangle represents 1000. In order to take 627 away from that, it's kind of hard to see that because all the other hundreds and tens and ones are hidden inside of these 1000 rectangles. So what I need to do is we need to take one of these 1000 rectangles, and I'm going to draw an X through it, and I'm going to end up creating, and that 1000 rectangle will break into 10 100s squares. As you can see, I've broken up that 1000 rectangle into 10 100 squares. Now that gives us, so now what we've done is we've taken 2000s and we now have a 1000 left. And then instead of having 0 hundreds, we now have 10 hundreds. Now one thing it's important to show the students is that 1000 plus 10 hundreds still equals 2000. So we didn't change the numbers, we just regrouped the way it looks. The next step is to bring out some tens. So naturally I'm going to take out one of these hundreds and I'm going to break that up into 10 tens. And again, now that I have 10 tens, you can see I have not changed the value of the number. It's still 1000 plus 900 plus 10 tens, which is the same as 100. So 1000 plus 900 plus 100 is still 2000. Except now, instead of having 0 tens, I now have 10 tens. And the final step is to take one of these tens and break that up into 10 ones. Okay, so I've now expanded my 2000 into having 1000, 900s, 9 tens, and 10 ones. And so now what I've done is I've regrouped the number. Oop, I forgot. Now I have 900s and 9 tens, and I have 10 ones. There you go. So now, again, this whole area down below here still represents 2000 because it's basically a 1000 plus a 900 plus a 90 plus a 10. If you add that all up together, you're going to get 2000. Now that we've regrouped all the numbers, we can do our real subtraction. And so I'm going to take away 7 ones from this 10 ones, and I'm left with just 3 ones. I'm going to take away 2 tens from my remaining 9 tens, and it's going to give me 7 remaining. I'm going to take 6 hundreds away. That's going to leave me with 3 100s, and then I don't need to take any more thousands away, and I'm left with still 1000. So my final answer will be 1373. Now the bottom line is this the fastest way to subtract? Obviously not. The purpose here is not so much how do you get the answer quickly. The main purpose of this is to understand why we borrow from the 2 and how it turns into a 10, how that turns into a 9, how that whole process works. And so by breaking it apart with these drawings, we're now teaching the students of understanding why it works. And so now we call this new method regrouping, and it's just a different way of saying borrowing. But if you can understand how we regrouped the 2000 to look like this complicated mess down here, as opposed to just saying, here's how you do. Cross off the 10, make it a 9, and students have little understanding of why it's working, even though, yes, they'll get the correct answers, and our main focus is why it works. So if you have any questions, you can always email me. Hope this video helped out a little bit with subtraction.